Good evening, listeners. I'm Byron Bertram.
And I'm Ivan Penaluna.
And on tonight's episode,
Vladimir Putin uses Obama's presidency to polish his missile.
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young broads in a schoolyard. Well, let me tell a joke.
I wanted this to be professional.
I don't gotta listen to this shit.
You certainly don't, pal. Because the good news is... Awesome!
with Byron Bertram and Ivan Penaluna. All right, so this is this is big. This has been going on kind of a while.
That's been going on for a couple of weeks now, hasn't it?
Well, it seems to be on and off. Well, no, I guess how long has Putin been bombing ISIS now?
Oh, only about 2 weeks.
Oh, just a couple weeks?
Yeah, it's a couple of weeks. I mean, that's how long it takes to destroy an organization that big with air power.
Right.
I mean, forget everything that NATO's been telling us. NATO's been like, yeah, we're bombing ISIS, but it's really tricky.
That's what I don't get. They're just like, it's really hard. We got like 30-something nations together, and they're just really good at hiding.
Yeah, they're just really good at hiding in the desert where everything's really visible.
Just like bed bugs. You just like, you just can't spray. Well, we tried. We tried to get rid of them.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why didn't you bring them over when you spray under the bed? We didn't try looking up under the bed.
Oh, what, behind that hill? Oh, no, we didn't look there.
Oh, we didn't look there.
Oh,
Oops.
shit. Look, there they are.
Oh, they're there again. Allah Akbar. Again, they're pesky ISIS.
Fuck these guys. They're so hard to get rid of.
Yeah. And then Russia's like, okay, redo it. Boom. I think they are cleared up.
So Russia goes, you got an hour to get out. We're starting to do our bombing. And they've gone in. And of course, they haven't just hit ISIS positions. They've hit in what's loosely known as the Free Syrian Army, which is an amalgamation of different forces that are fighting against the Assads. But the thing that everybody's got to remember is that Assad is an ally. The Syrian regime is an ally of Russia. It's a geopolitical thing. You've got the Iranians, you've got the Syrians and the Russians on one side, and then you've got NATO and Saudi Arabia and the Gulf states on the other. It's the same sort of dynamic that was involved.
It's just a clusterfuck
in Libya, and turning that into a jihadi playground, which they did a really good job of. Fuck knows why they did that.
But anyway, it's like the enemy. My enemy is my enemy.
Exactly. And so Vladimir Putin went in and he went, you know what? We're going to start bombing. And within about 48 hours, the news coming out of sources like Zero Hedge was that there were mass desertions and ISIS actually giving up their weapons. They were being decimated by real proper bombing. Because quite clearly, and this is what Putin said, NATO hadn't been bombing them. They'd just been pretending to bomb them. This is what he's maintained all along. And this is why.
So we've been bombing them with weapons cache, money, food, clean laundry.
That's the point. That's the point. And the thing is that the Turks and the Americans have been
Humvees. We've been bombing them with all sorts of goodies.
Exactly.
It's we're Santa for ISIS.
They've been bombing them with goodies. They've been bombing them with sweeties. They've been dropping off Humvees and weapons and all sorts for them. And now that all of this is out in the open, all the players that have been out in the shadows, like Saudi Arabia, are coming out, and issuing sort of like holy war warnings against Russia. In all fairness, though, Russia did say that they declared a holy war against ISIS. So everybody's getting pretty holy and warish.
Well, if you need a bad guy to fight them, I think Russia's a good bad guy.
Russia's good, but this is why Vladimir Putin is so popular amongst the right. Because he's the only person who's actually doing the West's job for them. See, our leaders should be protecting us from organizations like this. And, toxic ideologies, that sort of stuff that comes out of Saudi Arabia. We shouldn't be allied with that sort of stuff. Vladimir Putin knows this, right, and is not allied with Saudi Arabia. Our leaders seem to be absolutely in bed with Saudi Arabia, and
because it's just you're sucking the jizz of the tailpipe.
You're sucking the early jizz.
Yeah,
that's what you're doing.
That's what you need.
But it's a deal with the devil.
Feed our addiction to driving cars.
Exactly, it's a deal with the devil, and that's why people on the right, like Vladimir Putin, they have no faith in our own leaders.
Yeah, but people on the right are also they're got big money interest and big oil interest in the capitalism. So that's why they'll overlook their ideology for they just be like, yeah, sure, fuck, we'll give you the best deal possible, give us your oil.
Well, maybe I should clarify then. If you're talking about the corporate right or you're talking about the libertarian right, there's two quite different worlds
corporate
there.
right, of course.
If you're just talking about individuals who are right-leaning and they're big fans of Vladimir Putin. Of course, big business isn't a big fan of Vladimir Putin because he pitches for the other team.
Yeah.
Anyway, So anyway, Vladimir Putin's made a fool of Obama. I mean, there's a great 60 Minutes thing you can watch where they're interviewing Obama and they're just saying, "Come on, he's played you so fucking well." And Obama's clearly upset with this interview.
Well, I don't think it was good leadership.
Well, it's even worse than that. But anyway, it's well worth seeing. But this is what we've got going on at the moment. This is the Middle East for you. It's really heating up right now.
So it's kind of like, hey, these guys are being assholes. I'm going to kick his ass, and then you just go over there, and then you don't, and then it'll be like, I'll kick his ass for you, and you'd be like, you're an asshole. Why did you beat him up? Well, because he was being an asshole to you. Yeah, but I said I was going to beat him up, but you didn't beat him up.
Well, you've got all these. It seems as time goes on, it seems more and more apparent that everything that's happened in Syria has been an attempt to undermine the Assad regime from outside. And I think our governments have probably had a hand in that. And now Vladimir Putin's stepping in and going, you know what? I'm going to protect my boy.
Well, they're really good at overthrowing rulers.
Overthrowing rulers.
And then what happens? Nothing better happens.
Worse things happen. NATO is good at one thing, and that is overthrowing Middle Eastern countries with strongmen dictators who under whom everything kind of worked in a funny sort of way. It's not ideal, but when you're dealing with the Middle East, you've got a choice between theocracies or strongmen. Pick one or the other. You don't have democracy as an option.
No.
Right? So what they do, like in Libya, they turn it into a jihadi playground. Libya is now a failed state. It's fucked. And
it's like killing all the dragonflies in Winnipeg, but now you got mosquitoes. It's a bad idea. Just let the dragonflies be alone.
I love that analogy. It's great.
That's a nice Canadian
analogy.
That's a
beautiful thing. Yeah, you should have a podcast or something.
Yeah. It's nice. I was just in Winnipeg a few months ago, and I was trying to think of an analogy, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll use dragonflies, mosquitoes.
Dragonflies are probably the most noble and regal animal in Winnipeg, aren't they?
They really are.
Because they kill mosquitoes, and that's what you're dealing with.
No, you also have the homeless crackhead.
I don't think you have that many.
Well, no, they all come out west because they'll die.
Minus 55. You can't be a homeless crackhead.
That's what happens when the winter of democracy comes.
You can't light your pipe at minus 55.
No.
Your glass will freeze and shatter.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your glass pipe.
I didn't want my glass pipe freezes.
You know, they used to say, like, don't break my rice bowl. Now they're like, don't stomp on my glass pipe.
Yeah. You know what? Let's go to the fucking news.
All right.
This is the fucking news.
All right, go. In 5, 4. I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
This is the fucking news.
Fucking thing sucks.
All right, so today in the fucking news, a couple in Asheville, Ohio recently robbed a bank and got away with it, except for one thing. They decided it would be a great idea to post some playful pictures of them with the cash on Facebook. The couple posed pretending the stack of cash was a phone and another with a giant wad inside the man's mouth. Facebook friends of the couple immediately reported the images to police, and they now reside in a county jail.
What idiots!
Yeah, not too smart.
Well, the man had a face tattoo, so you immediately know. He's a smart cookie.
No, if you got a face tattoo and you rob banks, that's a no-no already.
I wonder if the people that reported them also unfriended them, or they'd be like, hey, that's a little harsh. I'll report them to the police, but I'm not going to unfriend them.
No, they're probably the same sort of people.
Yeah.
So they're just, they're like, fuck it, I wish that was me.
Maybe they're just jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you have that type of person on your friends list, why are you reporting them to the cops? And is it just jealousy, or is it just maybe it's because he had his shirt off and they were reporting for nudity? No nipples.
I don't know. Okay, you rob a bank, right?
Yeah.
You get away with it. Rule number 1 of robbing a bank: don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen Goodfellas.
But isn't that the point of doing anything now? Even if it's just like heinous crimes, is just to brag about it on Facebook. No matter what it is now.
Got to get those likes, man.
Doesn't matter what it is now, even if it's illegal and you might get caught. You really want to just see how many likes you may get.
I think, I don't brag about anything on Facebook because I just feel like everybody else is bragging about stuff. It's just leave it.
But maybe you just don't have an ego. Maybe you're just
be modest on Facebook. Just be modest. Okay, political opinion is one thing, but, I don't want to see a picture of your dinner or hear how great you are.
No, you don't want to.
I don't want any of that shit.
What if I had cereal that was okay?
Well, if it was funny.
Yeah.
And, you made something of it that was actually entertaining, I might like that.
Be like, hey, it's a cup of coffee. Look at this. Oh, my God.
Yeah, the rule for food for me is it has to be something funny, or it has to be like a crazy, like I want people to see this so they can go get it because I know they want it type deal. But for me, the line has always been drawn. Someone that I unfollowed on Facebook, they were posting the most boring shit all day, and the next morning they posted a picture of their bacon and eggs. And I'm not talking like, ooh, big bacon, eggs. I was out at a hotel. No, it was just like fucking fried in their pan. Like they even didn't, the yolk broke. They didn't even get the eggs right. And then they took a picture and put it on Facebook and said, bacon and eggs for breakfast. And I'm like, unfollow. I don't want to see his fucking shit.
Hey, look, everybody, beans. Yeah. 412 likes.
Well, if everyone's trying to hang off your dick, then apparently that does work.
That's true. If everybody's just like, it's funny how people like stuff that they would never like anybody else.
Yeah.
So if it's just like, hey, look, it's a sunset, and we all seen it tonight, and it was nice. But you know why we saw it. We saw the sunset tonight. We all live in this geographical location. Oh my God, 412. Oh my God. Oh, what a beautiful. Oh my God, so beautiful, so beautiful. And then somebody also put a sunset. It's like, fuck you and your sunset, you piece of shit.
Yeah, I saw this with someone I used to work with, she's a singer, and people love her so much. She's British in Canada, and she has pink hair, and everyone loves her. She's a punk rocker. Oh man, people love her. We decided to look her up on Twitter because we haven't seen anything from her in a while. Her last tweet, I put on pants today. 20 retweets.
I put on pants today. 20 retweets.
20 retweets.
Yeah, this is what I mean. The world is run by idiots now. These are the people with the power to close down your business.
Yeah.
You know? I put on pants today. Re-like.
Yeah.
And then re-like. Re-up, bitches. Re-like.
I like that so much. I'm going to do effort, and I'm going to repost this so everyone can see that I like
what
that
is
she
the
put pants on.
point?
And then I'll be like, hey, check out our latest episode of the Dry Shave Show. It was brilliant. 2 likes.
Yeah. But we worked really hard on it. We wrote it. We did all this work for it. We did 2 hours worth of work on this. And
no.
It's summer.
We want some
summer.
asshole to
It's
put
a
a picture
thing.
of a sunset on there.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't understand Twitter. I mean, people have tried to explain it to me. No, this is really good. Twitter. You need Twitter. You need to get your followers. I haven't got any followers. Don't want any followers. Just fucking leave me alone.
Hey, look, your cousin's best friend went rock climbing. Great.
Do you know what? If it's family, great. Family, great. Pictures of nephews and all that sort of shit, great.
Robbing a bank with a face tattoo, stuffing your face on money.
That's
great.
funny. That's funny.
That's great.
Exactly. But other than that, no. Anyway, you can't name that lady.
I bet that guy would be just like, oh my God, you know what?
She's
you
got
know
more
I put this
followers than us.
I put this on Facebook. Do you know why I got busted? Bill C-51 fucking bullshit.
Bill C.
Bullshit. I rob a bag, put it on Facebook, and you know what? They just can't respect my privacy.
Yeah, don't look at my stuff. Don't look at my stuff.
Don't look at my stuff. Look at my stuff.
Selfie. Look at my stuff. Don't look at my stuff.
No, I'm in jail for robbing a bank. Fuck you, Stephen Harper.
You know that it's like that. That's that logic of like, are you looking at my tits? Are you looking at my tits? No, I wasn't looking at your tits. Why not?
But why
are you looking at my tits?
Yeah, it's just like, well, just because I got breast implants and I got size double E's.
Oh my God, you're looking at my breast implants. That's so sexist. Looking at these breast implants that I got just for you to look at, but you're actually looking at them. That's so fucking offensive. Stop looking at my tits. Look at my tits. Stop looking at my tits. Look at my tits. That's the fucking world we live in.
Yeah.
It's run by idiots.
If you're just looking for a hookup, swipe left. Look at me. Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck me. How dare you find me attractive? What's next?
Next up in fucking news, a gas station is engulfed in flames, all because of a spider. A man in Centerline, Michigan, apparently spotted a spider on his gas cap while he was filling his car with gas.
I saw this, yeah.
And what did he decide to do? Why, pull out his trusty Bic lighter and attempt to burn the spider to death.
What an idiot.
Well, he got it along with the gas pump. Amazingly, that's it. His car has cosmetic damage, but only one pump was destroyed.
Only one pump was destroyed. Is he okay?
He's fine.
He
actually went and got a
he's not.
fire extinguisher.
He's still retarded.
Yeah, there we go.
He went and got a fire extinguisher.
He went and got a fire extinguisher.
Well, some people just run off.
Yeah, he actually and he admitted it too when everyone came. He said, "This is my fault. I'm sorry." So he's kind of an idiot. Like he had a moment of idiocy, but it seems like the guy is not. And you know what? He apparently came back the next day and got some more gas.
He's not banned.
No, he's not banned.
So he's got on his gas cap on his car. He noticed a spider.
is probably just a burn-in mark of a spider. No, if you see the video, he lights it and immediately there's this flames everywhere. And the reason his car didn't explode is he pulled the thing out of the gas, the nozzle out, and which of course just led to just fire everywhere. But if he'd left it in, it would have like gone into his fire tank and then blown the whole thing up.
Now, do you know what I'm expecting now? Is that I actually watched this video.
Yep.
And we've already laid this out as being a bit of a ridiculous situation. But if you actually watch the video, I'm now preparing myself to see a 12-foot spider climbing over a car, and I'll go, yeah, you know what? I understand why he set his own car on fire.
Yep.
That's a fucking massive spider.
Sometimes you gotta suffer if you want a result.
Oh dear, brilliant. What else we got?
The next one, outrage in California. A mother in California is crying racism after her son was bought a Playmobil pirate ship set. The set included a pirate ship, a mostly white crew, and one black character who comes with attachable chains. Playmobil is saying they were only trying to be historically accurate and the chains were optional. Now a boycott is being called and Toys R Us is being pressured to pull the playset.
All right, okay. Number one, right? I don't care. I don't care what political clout you think you have. There's no way you're taking on Playmobil and winning. Fucking Playmobil is the Mercedes of kids' toys.
Oh yeah, Playmobil
it's massive. Rocks. It's absolutely massive. And I understand. You get it. I actually believe that this was a gift. She didn't actually buy it herself. It was a gift. But she's got a picture of her son looking all sad and on the edge of tears, peering through the sails of this.
Yeah, she posed a crying image.
She posed a crying kid, right? He doesn't know what he's fucking crying. She goes, why am I crying, Mum? She goes, because I just smacked you in the face. Oh, well, but why am I crying on the picture? Oh, because you're really upset because that little Playmobil figure is kind of like it's brown coloured and it's got like a little slave thing on, and you're upset about that.
You're upset, even though you're 6 and you have no frame of reference to history. 5, yeah, you got no frame of any history, but you're quite upset about this because you're well read in historical matters when it comes to horrible things that happened in our past.
And so
it's so silly, man. Like when I was a kid, you know what I would have done if I would have had that? I would have made up a story about how my friends, my pirate guys, went and liberated this slave and unbroke the chains and he became a part of the crew and then we were better for it. I would have made this cool story around this. Instead, it's like, no. Everyone is happy. All these pirates are happy. They all fucking shoot rainbows out of their asses, and they come up against other people just trying to move their merchandise, and they shoot more rainbows out of their cannons at them. And everyone has a good time.
It's a total negation of history and reality.
Well, just even pirates in general. Let's just besides slavery, pirates also were rapists and pillagers. Pirates were not nice people.
They were slavers.
Yet Disney just puts them on a pedestal.
Pirates were
pirates!
slavers.
Yeah. Pirates are amazing.
You could be a white slave.
First and foremost, they were slavers.
Yeah, exactly. And I think there's a certain level of she could have looked at this. I think it's so contentious in America right now, the race issue. I think it's all framed with that. But the point is, I think Playmobil is probably trying to, in some crass way, educate people. They're like, hey, no, this is a true story. This is what this kid was. Anyway, there's a story behind that, and you can find the story at telegraph.co.uk. But it seems like people are taking great offence at this sort of thing and not seeing it as anything other than offensive.
I don't care what Playmobil's done, whatever, or how politically correct this is, but I'm not giving back my Lego Auschwitz set.
Do you know, actually, the thing that I was going to say about Playmobil is they actually have a set, and I call it Lonely Old Lady Set. And I know the Playmobil range pretty well because I go into shops buying that stuff all the time. And there's one that I call the Lonely Old Lady Set, and it's got an old lady. She's got a cat and a bottle of wine and 6 glasses and a sofa and a table, and no one fucking turns up.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. So she's got all this wine, no one turns up, and she's a lonely old cat lady. And
that's way more depressing than slavery.
That's much more offensive. What's that saying about elderly women who don't have kids? That's much more offensive.
Yeah.
Shockingly bad.
Maybe she just needs to have some toys to play with.
They've got another one with a little girl on this giant sort of like swan that floats in water. It's like, what sort of, dream, what sort of fall are you setting young women up for? They're never going to be able to live up to that expectation. Prince Charming's not around the corner.
No. Haven't you heard, women? All men are assholes.
And so, we need to face reality. Kids need to, they should have a Playmobil Stalingrad set.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Right? You know, someone's got half a head.
That'd be good.
Shit like
Just
that.
The Horrors of War Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be easier with Play-Doh because you could rip the limbs off easier.
Playmobil Battle of Kursk.
Yeah, that'd be good. Really historical accurate, just like, you know, just
So offensive.
Yeah.
So offensive.
9/11 with fucking...
Playmobil 9/11 set.
Yeah.
It's very expensive because you've got 2 towers in it and 2 airplanes
Yeah.
and falling bodies and everything.
Yeah. And then you got like the CIA involved.
You got Building 7 that automatically just drops on its own. you got 7 or 8 fire trucks.
Yeah.
It's a massive set, the 9/11 Playmobil.
You got a bunch of construction workers holding detonators.
You've got Dick Cheney in a bunker on his own.
Yeah.
With lots of people around shouting at him,
With an erection as soon as the buildings go down.
Yeah, and then you've got George Bush in a little school full of school children. Remember, this is all Playmobil. Yeah. You've got Playmobil George Bush in a school full of school children doing a spelling test.
Yeah.
And that's the other part of it, with some Secret Service around him, keeping him out of the way for 2 hours whilst everything goes down.
And then you got Bin Laden hanging in a bunker with Dick Cheney.
Yeah, he's ringing him up.
He's ringing him
you
up,
better
yeah.
go and hide now.
Yeah.
Thanks for everything, mate.
It's
you better go and hide.
It's like a series of different sets.
Yeah, it's a different set. Yeah.
But you could order it online.
Yeah.
But it is not nearly as offensive as the slave one.
No.
All right, so that is it for fucking news, but we're going to go right into Who Said It, our game show segment.
Oh, I love this shit.
Today's topic of Who Said It, Donald Trump or Futurama's Zap Brannigan.
No, I'm at an unfair disadvantage here. I have no fucking idea who Zap Brannigan is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
You don't watch Futurama? It's
No.
a picture. I got that ready there. Zap Brannigan. He's
he's like the cheesy Buck
He's like
Rogers.
Phil Hartman. He was written for Phil Hartman before his demise.
Who's Phil Hartman?
Yeah, from
he was a funny comedian that was shot by his wife. And
yeah,
then
he
she
was
killed
on
herself.
Saturday Night Live.
Really depressing.
He was Troy McClure on The Simpsons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He got shot by his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What for?
She was crazy.
She was crazy, and I think he was fucking around with her.
Yeah, she was nuts.
What sort of gun did she shoot him with?
I don't know.
Okay.
I know, but that's another reason that if he had a gun,
he would have been able to shoot her.
Yeah.
First.
There you go.
All right. So anyway. Okay, go on. Let's do this.
All right. So Who Said It? The game that asks who said what. Zap Brannigan or Donald Trump? Vote number 1. In the game of chess, you can never let your adversary see your pieces. Who said it?
I wrote Zach Brannigan, I guess.
Oh, Donald Trump.
Zap Brannigan said it.
I'm going to lose this game.
I don't know who this guy is either.
You gotta watch Futurama?
No.
Crazy.
We're grown-ups.
No, I'm too busy
We're
watching.
grown-ups.
I'm too busy complaining about the government on Facebook. I don't watch cartoons.
Number 2. She really has become a monster. I mean monster in the most positive way.
That's Donald Trump.
Yeah, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump said it about his wife. Yes, during her pregnancy.
Nice.
Why do people listen to Donald Trump? He's got fuck all to say, really.
Yeah, well, I guess he's just more entertaining than the rest of them.
Why do people watch reality television? There's nothing going on there.
Donald Trump is the reality TV version of politics, isn't he?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It's just distraction.
There's nothing going on. It's just a man eating beans in front of a wall, and then someone walks in and goes, "Fuck you!" and you go, "Oh!" and then that's the story. There's the plot.
I'm outraged. I'm outraged. I can't wait to talk about it.
I mean, how simplistic is it going to get? I mean, I'm preparing myself for Kanye West 2020.
You know, as much as I think that's the stupidest thing I ever heard, I do hope he runs, because then we could do some Who Said It's with Kanye West versus.
Can't wait.
I have to go and live on a desert. If Kanye West becomes president of the United States, I have to go and live on a desert island.
Is he running for Speaker of the House? I heard he was running. He changed it to Speaker of the House.
Fuck it.
Wouldn't that be hilarious? The Kanye in the center of the Speaker of the House.
I just have to find an island and go there.
Well, we got to build that wall, is what we do.
Because the attention span of everybody.
Got to build a wall to keep us out of that fucking country.
Yeah.
When Kanye's in power.
Which I know you guys don't watch South Park, but in the most recent episode of South Park, Canada builds a giant wall to keep the United States out.
Good. There you go, see? No, well, not good, but you know, if they want to do one, we can do one. We'll do one, but we'll do one bigger.
Yeah. All right. Next up in Who Said It? Zap Brannigan or Donald Trump? If we can hit that bullseye, the rest of the dominoes will fall like a house of cards. Checkmate.
That's Branigo.
Branigo?
Yeah.
I think it's Brangonian.
Brangonian? Well, you're both correct. You both get a point. Are we keeping track?
No. Don't care about this one.
No, the apathy's running quite deep.
Don't care about this one.
Here's one. Do you mind if I sit back a little because your breath is very bad?
That's Brannigan again.
I think it's Trump.
It's Trump. He actually said that to Larry King live on air.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good.
Pretty exciting politics right here.
I'd say he's got large balls to be on television in an interview and tell the guy interviewing him, you know, if I sit back, your breath is really just awful. You stink. You stink, you old man, you dirty old man.
Well, I can imagine Larry King does smell.
He's an old
like
man. He's a
guy.
very old man.
He looks like a smelly guy.
He sits in a chair all day.
Yeah, farting. Doesn't floss.
Apparently he does fart. Apparently there is a fan underneath his chair. This is true. That he just farts like all day and it just blows it away. And you're not supposed to comment on it. Apparently you're told if he farts.
So he's just got really bad flatulence.
Well, he's an old man. He's an old man. He probably just eats steak dinners and just hangs out with his 40-year-old wife and
40-year-old.
He has young wives, yeah.
Yeah, of course he does. You have to put up with it. These farts and these fucking halitosis.
Yeah. All right, next up in the most lackluster Who Said It Ever. Show me someone without an ego and I'll show you a loser. Zap Brannigan or Donald Trump?
Donald Trump.
Trump.
This is Donald Trump.
Yeah.
From a line from his self-help book, How to Get Rich.
Yeah, there you go. How to get rich. How to get rich, guys.
You know what happened? My father came to this country not wearing nothing but the shirt on his back and $43 million. And from that, he built himself a company. And then I'm a self-made man.
He's even doing the face.
He's
gonna get you a wig.
Yeah.
You've almost got Donald Trump hair.
Yeah, almost.
I don't have that much hair.
It's almost that and a bit of like De Niro.
It's yeah, well, in the accent of the hair.
You looking at me? Are you looking at me?
It needs to be a video podcast.
A little bit.
All right, the last one in Who Said It? Which are we keeping track of points?
No, but let's do it.
All right,
let's close this one.
That young man fills me with hope, plus some other emotions which are weird and deeply confusing.
That's Brannigan.
Yeah, I don't think Trump's gay. I think it's the cartoon boy.
It's Zap Brannigan.
Yes.
Woo!
I think Byron won this one.
Nice.
Byron, you can have this one.
It's
a present from me.
They're all like exhibition games. Like, and the winner is, who gives a shit?
That's right.
You know, it's funny. I tried to do, I think last time you said De Niro or Robert De Niro or Pol Pot.
Yeah.
I tried. Pol Pot has nothing that isn't about his country or killing people.
Right.
Nothing.
Well, you could always do it like that. Just say, who said this? And it's so obvious. You know, in Cambodia, we need to eliminate 95% of the population over the next 7 years. Who said that? Was that Pol Pot or was it Robert De Niro?
Or Rihanna?
Just, you know, we can have fun with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so next one we do will be a little bit more
Pol Pot,
even stupider.
Pol Pot or Robert De Niro.
Super extreme, yeah.
All right, so that is it for Who Said It.
Thank you very much, Matt.
That's the game show segment, but we're going to move right on to an editorial with who?
Ivan Penaluna.
Hello, my name's Ivan Penaluna, and this is my editorial. Everyone has seen the Are You Living or Just Existing memes on Facebook, together with the 10 things that happy people do and 10 things that successful people do. They are the thin end of a positive psychology wedge that first gained broad appeal with The Secret. You know, want something, focus on it, and believe. Keep on believing, and one day it will be yours. Familiar by now and innocent enough, you might think, until you actually meet someone who lives their life in this way. From the real estate agent and recovering alcoholic who claim that people who fail in the real estate business do so only because they succumb to their fear, to the everything is awesome crew who seem to live in an artificial environment. It is The Secret on Stepford steroids. It's all about the PMA. The PMA, he says. Positive mental attitude. They didn't want it enough and gave in to their fear. You have to believe. What, and anybody can do this, I ask him. Yeah. Well, what about geopolitical factors? I mean, Try telling that to the young conscripts dug in the rubble of Stalingrad or Berlin, that they died because they didn't have enough of a positive mental attitude. It wasn't the whirlwind of war and the tsunami of Soviet armor that killed them, but their lack of self-belief. They just didn't want it enough. Now I was just being negative. You know, one of the criticisms of libertarianism is that it's the law of survival of the fittest. But modern positive psychology is truly ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. Kids with cancer, don't even go there. Close cousin of the positivity fascist is the summer fascist. People who will not tolerate any complaint about the heat of summer. You know these people. You've heard them. Maybe you are one. Don't complain about the summer, but it's 37 degrees. I can't stand people who complain about the heat. I won't hear it. But this is the longest drought we've ever had. Yeah, I know. Great, isn't it? No, it's fucking horrible. How hot would it have to get for these people to complain about the heat? I'll tell you, they will never complain about the heat. Their kidneys could be shutting down and they'd still have this stupid grin on their faces. Great, innit? Great, innit? Actually admitting that the heat was too much for them would be like admitting that having 4 balanced seasons was a good idea. Insane, I know, when summer is the only season you really need. Why? Because summer's awesome.
That's great. Positive people drive me nuts sometimes.
I don't mind a bit of positivity. You know, you go, like, it's going to be all right. Don't worry about it.
You don't want people completely negative.
That, but when people live a positive psychology life, they just become, there's something Stepford about them. They don't live in the real world anymore.
Well, they're fake. It's like this mask, because you know deep inside they're full of shit. Because a lot of times those people, you know, you could be saying, I know some people like that, and they're hard to trust. It's like, oh, they're so nice, they're so great, but you're like, hey, I just found out a friend of mine just got hit by a car. He's dead. Awesome, nice, you know, living the dream. I'm like, did you hear me? No, I got incurable anal warts. Just went to the doctor. It was terrible. Woo, you know what? Positive outlooks. I could go fucking die. You really know it. Now I'm just trying to keep you chipper.
I don't mind a little bit of positivity. That's good.
And you find out that they just like stab cats, like, you know.
You know, I'm sure it works. You know, I'm sure, maybe it's jealousy. I'm sure some people, they have this positive outlook and everything's chipper for them and everything's brilliant and nothing ever goes wrong. But I can't see how that is really a balanced life anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like internally like some hipster that doesn't want to be happy.
You know, maybe that is it. But I just don't, you know, the people that everything works out for. I mean, I know some people sail through life. I know some people who sail through life.
Yeah.
They just fucking coast.
Everything's great. Everything's happy. Everything's awesome.
And it's probably nothing to do with positive mental attitude. They're just lucky, right? But then there are others who sort of like engineer it. But I find that a little bit fake. If you have to engineer something and bring in it's also the pseudo-religious aspect to it that I find rather unnerving. It's a bit culty.
It is, you know, just like whatever you put out there, you'll get back. Whatever, if you put out positive energy, you get positive energy back.
Really?
I know that book, like The Game, it's like if you visualize good things, visualize, like, you know, like I was visualizing that bills wouldn't come and they didn't come. And you're like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? I just need to visualize that my hydro bill won't show up and all of a sudden, wow, it won't, because I had a good attitude that I didn't have to pay my bills.
Then you've not paid your bill. Yeah. It's not like the bill doesn't exist. It's you haven't paid it.
I just visualize debt to go away, even though I'm in debt. I just visualize Visa won't be sending me notifications. I just visualize.
What I do is I wait until I'm really drunk and then I ring them up and tell them not to send a bill. Yeah. And I forget later. That's what I do.
I just visualize debt collectors won't come to my door. I just visualize that the Hells Angels won't come wanting their money back. I just visualize that they just won't care because, you know what, I said, you know what, I just kind of a negative organization. I just visualize that even though I borrowed a bunch of money for them and ripped them off in a bad drug deal, I just visualize maybe they just don't, maybe they're over it. And what do you know? They killed me. I'm dead.
Oh, great, Byron. You made more of that than I did.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much for listening, everybody. I've been Ivan Penaluna.
I'm Byron Bertram.
Thank you and good night.
The Dry Shave Show is a production of Leone Digital Podcast Network. For more great shows, check out leonedigital.com.